What is up, everybody? I hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday, or at least it's Sunday when I'm recording it, so whatever day, I hope you're having a good day. So today we're sitting in the E55, and I haven't done one of these driving videos in a while. I think the last time I did one was, actually when we did the POV drive back in January, I think it was, whatever. So we're sitting in it today because it's been 2,000 miles now. I got the transmission rebuilt, you guys remember that, and along with that I installed a new TCU. So the one before that this car had, supposedly was tuned from what I was told by the previous owner. I don't know who tuned it, what kind of tune it was, but the issue that I always had was when you'd scan it, it would throw out codes that would say that basically there's an issue with the TCU computer, things can't be read, blah blah blah, whatever, stuff like that. So I don't think it worked right the whole time that I had the car. But now I said, forget it, I'm just gonna get a new one. I'm gonna bite the bullet, pay the money, just get a new one. So all the research I did online and everything, I ended up going with a TJ Mary tune, which I guess the name of the tune is MK Ultra, and the one I got specifically is the SLR tune. So if you read anything online or just do any kind of 5 minutes worth of research on M113K or E55 transmission tunes, the most popular thing you'll see is MK Ultra by TJ Mary. I mean, the guy knows his stuff, and after putting 2,000 miles on my car, I can tell you that we're just considered the tune I had was stock. Let's just say that before it was stock, because it just felt like it. So from a stock E55 to this tune, it's night and day. Now sure, you're not gonna transform this 5-speed into a dual clutch Porsche PDK transmission with a tune. It's not gonna happen, because at the end of the day, it's still a 5-speed that Mercedes used from, I want to say, like early 90s all the way up to about 06 until they went to the 722.9, the 7-speed. But this is a fantastic transmission in a regular car. Now it's not so much a good transmission in a sports car when you want it to downshift quick, shift quick, you know, just act like a sports car. Now again, in the E55, you know, it has a bunch of power, and the transmission, it's good for a luxury car, but it's not good for a car that you want it to make big power and be fast and all that. Now the thing with this car is, with this tune, the car does sort of do those things you want it to do. It's a lot better than the stock one is, for sure. So now I'm driving in comfort mode, which when you get the thing that I got, like I said, I got the MK Ultra SLR tune. So you can get just a regular tune, which is $250, or you get the one I got, which was $300, which added in the SLR mode, which is agility mode, which I'll switch into it now. Now we're in agility mode, and agility mode, think about it as an enhanced sport mode. It'll downshift quicker, it'll kind of upshift the car quicker, it'll hold the revs higher, and I almost feel like it gives it better throttle response, but that just could be because I have a bigger throttle body. I don't know. I mean, the car's always driven a little weird with this throttle body, so I can't tell you for sure. But we're pulling out onto this little back road here, and I'm going to show you guys, just make sure there's no cops around me, but I'm going to accelerate, and this is an agility mode, and you guys can see. So just pass this little bump here, and I'm going to do full throttle. I mean, it's awesome. Like, honestly, you guys may be just looking at it and be like, oh, let me put this down, it's pretty bright. Of course, the sun comes out from the clouds right when I start facing it, but you guys may be looking at it and be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? It looks like a regular E55, but it's not. I mean, honestly, okay, how do I put it? It's better than a stock E55 tune because it shifts so much better. It's a much better, honestly, just an overall better tune for the transmission. Obviously it's tuned, but I think with this, you know, adding this transmission tune onto my car, it really helps it, because as you guys know, my car is modified. I have a smaller pulley, injectors. I just did some cooling stuff, which there's a video coming to that, and some good VRP stuff that I'll mention in that video. But the car honestly drives so much better than it did stock. And when you put it in agility mode, it starts the car in first gear. Like I said, it basically acts like an enhanced sport mode. So it starts the car in first gear, and it'll shift it at, like, depending on how much throttle you're giving it, lowest, you know, regular throttle, shift at like 15 miles an hour, just depending on how aggressive you are with the throttle response. And honestly, like I said, it's not a Porsche PDK, it's not a newer Mercedes, whatever. I think they use 9 speeds now or whatever, but it shifts a lot quicker than a stock E55 5-speed does. I'm being serious. It's not a placebo effect, because I tested it. After I got to about 1,000 miles, I put the old computer back in just to test it, and it's night and day. It really is night and day. Now, I know that there's some other stuff out there. There's other tuners out there who do tunes for these cars. I don't know if they're good or whatnot, because I've never had one. Now, I don't want to say, oh, those tunes are garbage, don't buy them, when I've never experienced them, because I think that's unfair to the people that are making the tunes. If you guys have different tunes, like I said, mine's by TJ Mary, the MK Ultra Tune. If you guys have different ones, let me know. Definitely let me know, because I want to know what the other ones are like. Now, a little bit more as to what my tune is. So, as I said, mine is the MK Ultra SLR Tune. So, the regular one is $250, I mentioned before. Mine is $300 because I got the SLR add-on, and you could get it even more crazy. I mean, he offers something called an enhanced M mode, which that's the manual shifting, and it actually comes with, like, you guys are gonna literally butcher me in the comments, but it comes with like this, I think it's like a transmission cable or something, that basically it makes the M mode, when you shift yourself, a lot more aggressive and a lot more enhanced. That's from what I gathered in, you know, the description when I read it. Now I think that was about $400. So to me, I use M mode when I'm, you know, when I'm racing in Mexico, like in road races, but otherwise I only use it to kind of just do the pops, and that's pretty much it. So I didn't want to spend that kind of money at that time. The SLR Tune is fantastic, and when you drive it in agility mode, as I said, it shifts a lot quicker. It's great, but then when you want to drive it normally, or you just not feeling it, you put it back in comfort mode and it drives fantastic. It's basically like a normal E55, just with, you know, better shift times and whatnot. I think if you're gonna get an MK Ultra Tune, at least get the SLR. That's what I did. The regular one's probably just as good, but I think the agility mode is really what adds more to this tune, and it's what people really go for. Now, as I said, I can't speak on the other tuners out there. I don't know what they are. I've heard good things about other people, and I think Eurocharge does a trans tune. Theirs is probably good too, but honestly, after 2,000 miles in about, I want to say 2 months, I am really like head over heels for this tune. This is ridiculous. I think this was a fantastic investment, and $300 for basically to change your car the way it drives, it's awesome. It really is awesome. You can't go wrong with this tune. If you guys are on the fence about, oh, should I go for a TJ Mary MK Ultra Tune, or should I just stick with the stock one, just shell out the $300 for the SLR Tune. It's worth it. Really, it is worth it. The car drives so much better. The transmission acts so much better. And at this point, it honestly feels like an AMG than the regular one did. Now, don't get me wrong. A regular E55 is a great car. It's fantastic. But when you start modding it, you absolutely need to do a trans tune. I talked about that in my top 5 videos, which if you guys missed it, go ahead and check it out. Those are top 5 mods I think every M113K owner should do. It's fantastic. It really is fantastic. You can't go wrong with the tune. I don't think I'm gonna, maybe in the future I'll go for that enhanced M mode one. We'll see. I don't, as of right now, it's my daily driver, so I don't care. Maybe when I get my next car that, you know, is gonna be my daily, when I start really making this my like weekend project car, or like my race car, at that point maybe I'll go for that M mode. I don't know yet, but, or maybe we even swap a manual into it, who knows. But yeah, I think that's kind of gonna honestly close out the video. I really am happy with my tune. I've had 0 issues, knock on fake Mercedes wood. I've had zero issues with the transmission, obviously just because it got rebuilt, but the tune's great, the car drives great, and it responds great to every little throttle response you give the car. It's great at it. When the car knows you're driving aggressively, and it's weird, the tune will know. Obviously, if you're, you know, constantly full throttle or doing whatnot, if you're driving spiritedly, the car will know, especially in agility mode, and it'll start downshifting more aggressively. It'll try to keep the RPMs higher if you're, you know, kind of holding the throttle at a certain point. It's great. It honestly is great. I can't say enough about it. I think the only thing anybody should really do is go out and get one of these and experience it for yourself. That's the only real thing you can do. Excuse me. I think the tune is by far the best, for sure better than the garbage I had before in the car. And to this day, I still don't know what tune it had. The previous owner said it was tune. He could have been lying, but they had writing all over the TCU, so he probably was right. But let me go ahead and get out of this little turn here, and I'll kind of step on it again. You guys can see just how quickly it kind of downshifts and it moves. Now again, it's not a PDK. This isn't a dual clutch. It's not going to be instant response, let's move. But for what it is, for being at this point probably a 30-year-old transmission, you know, the design, it's great. Now there some cars in front of me, so we can't do much, but let me go ahead and step on it. And it's still holding the RPMs up because it thinks you're still going to go, because I did the, you know, the full throttle. So it's great. I love the tune. I think this is, as I said, by far, and I think now I've said it 16 times at this point that I love it, and I do. I think it's great. I think if you're going to modify your M113K with the 722.5 or .6, please go ahead and get this tune. It's absolutely worth it. Now, it's not a sponsored video. I'm not paid by TJ Mary to talk about this. I figured I'd give my opinion on it. Maybe, you know, some of you guys out there that have cars like this, or even if, as I said, it's not an E55, if it uses this transmission, you should get it. Now, one thing I do want to mention though, before, you know, we close the video out, you do need the blue top solenoids on these cars to make it work the best. And in the description of the part, TJ Mary does say that it will work with brown tops, but to fully get the full experience of, you know, the tune, you should use blue tops, and mine has blue tops. I might refresh them because I think that one of them is not acting right, because it has a little weird shift between second and third, and it's weird because sometimes we won't do it, sometimes we'll do it, and it's got to be the solenoid. I mean, the transmission is fully rebuilt, so yeah, we're gonna get new ones. I just want to refresh them. I changed the torque converter lockup one, and it definitely did help with some of the weird issues that the car was having, like where it was kind of bogging and whatnot. So that's gone. That's good. But I don't know, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys really think. If you guys are if you guys are fans of TJ Mary, if you have them in your car, let me know what you think of it. I've only done it about 2,000 miles in 2 months, so I don't see myself getting rid of this tune anytime soon. Maybe when I go to, like, if I manual start the car, or if we go crazy with a different transmission or something, but I'm happy with it. You know, I'm honestly really happy with my SLR tune, and I think it's a great transmission tune that you shouldn't skip over. So yeah, I think that's gonna close out this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you have it, let me know. If you're on the fence about it, buy it. Go ahead, it's worth it. It's worth the $300. Go ahead and get the SLR one too. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching this video, and go ahead and wait up because I got a good one coming out sometimes either this week or next weekend. I just installed some nice cooling mods, we'll say, to the E55, and I'll have some things from VRP for you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.